The question is, what kind of insurance do you have on a rehab? Let me unpack that. I come to your answer your question. But here's what I want to dive in a little deeper. How I do my businesses. I got 8 different businesses. All my 8 different businesses have a general liability, have a general insurance, a general liability insurance. They have an umbrella insurance, and then each property has a property insurance. Why? So I was in the call today, or I was in the car today with a wholesaler. We were looking at a property, and he lost some money, could have made his money back if he had the insurance. If you have a rental property and say, PK, weather predictions come about and it becomes really cold here in North Carolina, you have a 10-unit apartment building, and somebody slips and breaks their leg because there is ice on the floor, you didn't clean it, or something happens in their property, they can come after you and sue you. As a matter of fact, beginning of the year, my year started on January 2nd with a lawsuit of a tenant I have never met and have never spoken to, but the tenant sued me for $10,000 based on discrimination. Right? They can do that. People think that they can do that. And my general liability insurance kicked in and paid for my attorney after I paid my security deposit. And then the reason I set up my insurances this way is that you have to sue me for over $10 million before you can even touch any of the stuff that my company has. So coming to Jenny's question, what type of insurance do you have during a rehab? I have rehab insurance. I think it's through TAPCO, TAPCO, TAPCO.
TAPCO.
And if you text me, I can give you my agent number. He can set it up. I think you do have to go through a insurance broker. I think Foremost is another one. Now, these type of insurances are normally a little bit more expensive, but if anything happens, like right now, I have a flip and I have a roof leak and they replace it. If anything happens during the flip, for your property burns down, whatever it happens, your lender will be paid back. So always, and your lender, by the way, should be asking for proof of insurance before closing anyway. So Grant, you raise your hand.
Yeah, what is your deductible? Because we have insurance like that, and ours is 10,000. So
I had 1,000.
1,000. Okay.
Yeah. So guys, when you grow and you grow in multiple areas, 2 things. Every company needs to have its own support. You treat every company as your first company. Liability, general policy. Now, it might be a pyramid system. Like I have my own company that is the owner of all 7 companies, but they all have their own insurances. And I might be over insurance, but I'd rather be over insurance and the other mistake that I see a lot of people make. They have a really great management company, like one of them here on the call, and because they're so incredible great, they want to take that company to every single city that they have. But that's setting up that management company for failure. Because now if you have a problem with that management company, you don't have an issue in one city. You have an issue over your entire business. So the way I treat my business is that Fayetteville is their own market. I have a property management team there. I got contractors there, and I have realtors there. Those companies, realtors, contractors, do not touch my Raleigh market. They don't go to Winston-Salem. My Rocky Mount people don't go to Fayetteville. Keep people in the cities that they are and build your systems there. Elaine, I'm getting to you. Ed had raised his hand. Ed.
Yeah, sorry about earlier. My microphone wasn't working correctly. So on the insurance piece, a couple quick points with that, because I just had this happen as well. The builder's risk policy, if you're flipping a house, the builder's risk policy is more expensive, absolutely, than a rental policy. However, if you have a claim, that rental policy will not pay. And having a wife that works in insurance, I hear about it every night when she comes home from work. It's not about they're trying to gouge for this policy or that policy. It's making certain that you have the correct policy for what you are doing. Sometimes it's going to cost more, but I promise you, when you have a claim and they don't pay because you don't have the correct insurance, even though you had it insured and you were paying your premium, you will find out in the end. So I just did a loan somebody for a fix and flip. They have a lot of rental properties. He contacted his insurance guy and said, just put insurance on it. And he did it like he has all his other properties. And because I read the deck page, I called him up and said, you've just insured something that's a rental policy, and that's not going to work. They can't get money until they get the correct insurance. And so they got it fixed. So I just want to reiterate some of what Eric was saying. Having the correct policy is extremely important, and having the relationship with an insurance broker so they understand what you are doing is a critical part to that. So if it's Farm Bureau, if it's Erie, it's whoever it is, most of them can get you connected with TAPCO or the NCJUA or wherever you need to go if you're working with a broker. But finding a broker that does investment property or real estate and investment property is a big plus, honestly, because they understand what you're trying to do.
And thank you so much, Ed, for that. Ed always adds a lot of value. I want to show you my form real quick. Very basic. But this is basically allows me to never make a mistake. This is for my project manager. This is for my admin. So it basically fills out my information up here. It tells the agent what is the property, what am I buying it, what am I buying it for. This is a new property. And here, exit strategy. If it's a rental, he knows what to do. If it's a flip, he knows what to do, right? If you want this form, go ahead and put your email in the chat, and I'll get you this. And then here you put the lender. I always submit a picture of the front and the back. They always need to have that. And this, you can fill out this form in 2 seconds. And this is a process I established with my insurance agent, so that I don't run into issues like Ed just mentioned, where I have a rental insurance on a flip property, because they will not cover. If your property is vacant for more than 30 days, a rental policy is going to say you have the wrong insurance policy on it.